It's Israel from Smooth Trades and my boy Eli.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
We're going to do a quick recap of this morning's market, and this one's going to be a very real recap because, and this is part of the reason why we started this channel. We wanted to document the not just the success of becoming a day trader, not just the end result of being good at it, but also the extreme challenges of getting to that point. And today was extremely challenging. Some days we can chalk up not doing well to market conditions. So recently the market's been at a all year low point. It hasn't been doing well, but right now in November, there's a lot of stocks making big moves straight out of the gates as soon as the market opens. There's a lot of good stuff going on, a lot of good opportunities, and we've got a number of challenges as beginners. Maybe some things are moving too quickly and we're just not experienced enough to capitalize or stay focused on one or two of those things that are moving. Do you think there's any other?
I just think, as far as shipping stocks go, we've done some research on them, and they're very quick to go up, but they're also very quick to go down.
Right.
And that sucks to see, like, stocks move up very quickly and missing them. And then, for example, if you were to get in one, it just goes down all of a sudden. That's really hard. It's really hard to constantly be seeing moves that you could have gotten into, just happening in front of you, and then all of a sudden just like drops and drops, and it's a big hit on the morale and just overall emotion. But it's important to just you got to keep looking,
keep chugging away.
You got to keep chugging away, man, because it's not always sunshine and rainbows, unfortunately.
No, absolutely not. And what Eli's referring to is we're in the first day of November right now. So we're going into that holiday season. Yesterday was Halloween. Thanksgiving is coming up. Christmas is coming up. So a lot of shipping stocks are moving very quickly because they're sending out orders all over the world, gifts and stuff like that. And so we're seeing these shipping stocks spike up and then come back down, and spike up and then come back down, and then there's another one spiking up and coming down. I'll just show you a quick example. We had SLS move today. You can see, let's see, I had a nice U-shaped pattern here, popped up, came down, popped up, came down. Big mover today, GLBS, making its big move from, let's see, it was at a low today of $7.89, pops up to $8.95, comes down, pops back up to $9.96, has a hard time breaking the $10 area, breaks through, pops up. I don't know, what are some other ones? SLS, did we just look at that one?
Yeah.
We did. What was the other one?
MRNS, kind of.
PXS, I think it was.
PXS also.
PXS rises straight out of the gates, goes from 252 to 293, around that area, comes down, pops back up. And this is what we saw all day long today, just shipping stocks popping up, coming down, popping up, coming down, move on to the next stock. That one's running up, coming down. There was just a lot of movement today. And we're trying to figure out how to capitalize on these big stocks. All right, so we're going to try and focus on, slowing things down for ourselves. Trying to find some, one or two patterns or one or two strategies or something that we can just focus on and not bouncing around from stock to stock to stock. For me personally, I feel like I'm developing a good eye for moving averages, seeing when things break through to moving averages or when it comes down to support, being able to identify some patterns there. And so I'll try and solely focus in on that, try and zoom in on that focus. Are there some that you think
Yeah,
would be helpful?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm really interested in the bounce plays as well. Not necessarily to moving averages, but if moving averages have something to do with the bounce play, then that's definitely something I'm going to look into more. But just like, for example, all these stocks, like these shipping stocks, we've seen them bounce several times, and it's just such a quick move. It can go from it can make a 15-cent move, which is off a little bounce, and you got to get in, you got to get out instantly. Lock in that profit real quick, and I'm talking this is
Seconds.
3 seconds tops. So you gotta. I'm definitely gonna work on that. Do some research on more bounce plays. I got Iz here. He's good with the EMAs, the moving averages. I'm gonna definitely listen to what he has to say. And as we're in the trade room and as we're watching, we're always calling stuff out. So I'm always hearing him say, okay, this is breaking 13-day EMA, or this is hitting the 50-day moving average. I think it's going to do this, or this is the V pattern that we've been, seeing lately. So
I
I'm
think
definitely going to.
you brought up another good point too. Part of the challenge of becoming a day trader is, it seems we get big-eyed about it. It seems like our future is unlimited, which is true. But you've got to get through the challenging part. And one of the challenges that you mentioned that we're going through right now is we study really hard, and so we have a good idea of what these patterns look like. We see them forming in real time. However, once it gets to a certain resistance level, once it's getting ready to break that pattern, you've seen it get to that, and then it just drops.
It doesn't do what we want it to do.
Even if it slightly breaks
Yeah.
resistance and it's showing that it's a good sign to get in.
So like it could, for example, $5. I've seen we saw a $5 break today. It went to 5.05, and then it just went right back down.
Right.
Like that, and that $5 resistance is like a
Right.
very, very significant resistance. And unfortunately, it's just like it's not playing how we expect it to.
Yeah.
And that definitely takes a hit
Right.
on just confidence. But you have to understand that these are like strategies and patterns that have been used over like years. Like this is what people make their money on. So we gotta just constantly be picking away. It's just a little plateau. Like Iz said, we've been studying really hard, so we have high expectations for ourselves personally. And when we're not hitting those quickly, it's really easy to just get caught up in the right now. But we also have to understand that we haven't been doing this for very long.
Yeah. And we're gonna have those bumps in the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Those challenges. The other thing to keep in mind is that when we see these things getting ready to break and follow through on patterns that we think should happen, we think it should go a certain way, and it doesn't go that way. It's a good reminder that the market is not our friend. That the market does not do what we want it to do. The market does what it does. It has no sympathy. If you're holding a stock too long and it drops, it's going to take your money. If you're holding the stock and it goes up, it's going to give you money. Like there's no personal feelings about this stock market. And so we need to, any work that we do, we need to get better, and we're continuing to do that each and every day. Because there's nothing that we can't go to the stock market and say, hey, why didn't you break when you were supposed to earlier on that bull flag or on that $5 resistance area when you cracked that resistance area? Why didn't you just keep surging up? The market's not going to respect that question. It's just going to take our money and go. So the only thing we can do now is keep working on ourselves, keep working at getting better. Maybe there are some things we can do. Maybe we can look for volume.
We're definitely going to find new ideas and new trading strategies. I mean, obviously there's plenty more than what we're using, but we're just using stuff that we're comfortable with.
Right.
And as time goes on, we're gonna develop more strategies just by watching, just by screen time. Honestly,
those are the real challenges of becoming a day trader.
Big challenges, man.
It's really not as easy as it looks. But you know what? We'll get there.
Yeah.
Not giving up. All right, guys.
All right.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Like us. All that good stuff. Take care.
See you later.
All right.